I had to make a choice in my life. My body was exhausted, and the way I always saw it was just a big unpaid leave from work, and I'll come back if things don't work out. Think about it. If someone started watching me in 2018 and they were 25, in 2023 they're 30. They turned 30. This is my journey as a streamer, chat. It began in August 2015. So one of my earliest streams that I ever made was just on a, I think it was on a NymN account, but I'm not sure. I just went live and I just streamed Hearthstone. And of course no one tuned in. So I gave up on streaming, and then I started making the Radio Kappas later. And I tried using my Radio Kappa stuff to sort of kickstart my stream, because I always knew I wanted to like try my hand at streaming. I wonder if I could find my announcement video. Hold up. That would be really fun. All right, are you guys ready? I got something super nostalgic here that I dug out 7 years ago. And this was what I put on my Radio Kappa channel to try to help like boost, like, you know, get my Twitch channel going. I made the song in the background, by the way, from scratch. Cringe? Oh, this is gonna be cringe, I'm pretty sure. At 8 p.m. I used to go live late in the evening because I worked. I had a regular job. I would work, I would go home, work out, and eat food, and then I'd stream. Whoa! Whoa! Old channel name? Keep feedback. Already then. So NymN was taken, Twitch TV/NymN was taken, and so in my head I was like, well, I like playing Hearthstone. Initially I guess I wanted to stream Hearthstone, so I was like, I'll just put that in. Afterwards, now thinking about it, that was so dumb, you know, because you're not ever gonna just play Hearthstone forever. But I didn't really think about it from like that big of a time. XQ Cow, yeah, XQ Cow. A lot of streamers have done this. XQ Cow and Force and SC2 and Trump SC, and so this is what I posted 7 years ago. I'm celebrating 5 years as a full-time streamer today, but I've streamed for longer than 5 years. It's just I streamed for a few years before I went full-time. The time has come. This is just another attempt, I guess, at me trying to use my YouTube channel to sort of kickstart my Twitch, which is, you know, if anyone's trying to become a Twitch streamer, you have to use something. Twitch's own discoverability is just not good enough. You have to help it out somehow. Order your warlocks to double their efforts. Moments from now, the gateway will open. So that's what I did back here, and this is also when I went to Austin. I hung out with Rekful for a while, right? Look, these were very good times.
Yeah,
so this was back in 2016.
Okay, you have to pass the test. You have to kiss the correct one. Great, stand up.
Lots of jokes about how we look the same and stuff. That was back here, and I went there, and I thought to myself, maybe I can go full-time streamer. And Overwatch came out, and I thought I'll play some Overwatch, and you know, I'll do the latest thing. And then my channel basically sort of died, or it didn't die, but you see everything sort of fell off. Around here, I talked about I've talked about this, that I had to make a choice in my life at this point, because I was not doing well on like my body was exhausted. I worked often often overtime, long days. I had a few crazy shifts at my job. I even spent a couple of nights at my office, and I would work there, and I would also stream while like trying to work out and have some kind of social life. And I overworked my body to the part where I started having physical problems with it. And so here I had to make a choice. Do I want to try to just disregard my job that I studied for and that I can have a career in, or do I want to try to make the streaming thing work? And for me, it just didn't make sense to try the streaming. So this is where I said streaming is just a hobby for me, and I'm gonna when I stream, I'll stream. And I started reducing the amount of streaming that I put in during these years here. And then fast forward a few years until around here. I guess at this point I had worked with visual effects for like 6 years. I was starting to get the itch for something else. I've done it for 8 years at this point, and I wanted to try my hand at streaming again. And I started really putting in effort, see if it could get anywhere. And then here, right, June 1st, 2018, that was the first day where I was officially unemployed and I was just being a streamer doing weird shit instead. And the way I always saw it was just a big unpaid leave from work, and I'll come back if things don't work out. And of course it did work out. Partially, you know, I put in a lot of effort, arguably way more back then than here. But, you know, obviously 5 years down the line, you do get a bit comfortable. I did a lot of cool shit back here. We did the great NymN and stuff. I still do fun shit sometimes, chat. Remember, we did a Eurovision stream not too long ago. Wake up with Nym, right. I had crazy work ethic back here, right? I would get up in the morning, I'd go live, I'd stream for like 4 or 5 hours. I'd go off, eat food, go to the gym, work out, and then I'd go live again a second time. But I was very, very motivated, and it worked out. And things were great. And this, I guess, is where I peaked. 2020 was a good year for most streamers because of COVID, and a lot of people staying indoors. So 2020 numbers for a lot of people were way higher. Now, you know, the stream feels a lot more stable. And I'll reiterate what I've said a few times. Back 2018 here, my short-term goal was to be able to stream for 5 years. If I could stream for 5 years full-time, that was success and a win for me. Because longevity on the internet, staying relevant for many years on the internet is very, very difficult. The internet's attention span is short. And think about it. If someone started watching me in 2018 and they were 25, in 2023, they're 30. They turn 30. They might be in a completely different spot in their lives. They might be, you know, getting kids or whatever. When you're a streamer long term, you have to almost have a strategy for what do I do when my viewers get older? Do I try to find new viewers that are the same age, you know, as the previous ones? Or do I cater my content to fit my now older viewers? Which I think is more what I do. I think my content nowadays is more mature than what I would put out back here, right? And people that used to watch me back here know that every Friday after work, I would get wasted like crazy drunk, right? There's of course that one famous stream where I like puke on stream. You hear me puke in background in a fucking Skype call with Forsen and who else was in that call? Tigbar? How long did you manage streaming twice a day? It reminds me of Moon. I can't remember how long I did this for. It was a pretty good schedule. What I liked about it is that I got to enjoy the sunshine. I've done a lot of trial and error with my streaming times, and I do like what I have right now. Probably I'd like still to start a bit earlier and end a bit earlier, just so I can kind of get that whole evening slot open, but I like where I've landed. Have you ever had those days where you said, fuck it, I'm giving up on streaming? I mean, that's what happened back here. That's essentially what happened right here. I said this, I can't do this full time. I have to focus on, because I studied to work with visual effects, and it just felt really stupid that I was trying to abandon all of that for like, you know. But I have always been obsessed with hustling online. You guys will know I've had many endeavors with weird ass YouTube channels and content. So I always had an inclination or sort of leaned towards, you know, I want to do something online. Streaming was like something that I really was interested in getting into. Don't care, I'm not your friend. Play a fucking game. Play Subnautica already. Holy